Hey everyone! So, in one of my last videos, I talked about me having cleft lip and palate. So, with that being said, I wanted to talk about the many different forms of treatment I've gone through. In Shriners Children's Hospital, I was treated by a team of doctors um, in the cleft lip and palate field or branch. I don't know what you call it, but they all had specialized in something different. And every evaluation that I went to, I would see each of these different doctors and be evaluated. So some of the things that I had to go through in my journey to treatment for cleft lip and palate were orthodontics, yay for shiny teeth, plastic and reconstructive surgery, ow, don't touch my nose please, speech therapy, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, audiology, raise your hand in whichever ear you hear the beep, and psychology. You can always lie on these. This is regarding to orthodontics. I just recently had my braces taken off and it is really bright all of a sudden. Okay, beside that, talking about my orthodontic history, I don't know if that's like the right word. I've had everything from braces to retainers to expanders. I've also had like the Invisalign braces or retainers, depending on your severity. Um, I've heard that some people actually have to get prosthetic teeth because like their gums didn't grow in like the right way. Kind of like something like dentures, but it's not really dentures. But yeah, they have to have prosthetic teeth. I've had my braces for a very long time just because of my situation. I've had braces for so long, and like the surgeries I've been to require me to keep my braces on. So yeah, what can I do? But now they're off, so it was worth it all. I've had surgeries where they actually had to pull out like a good amount of baby teeth. This was for when I had my bone graft done for my palate. So yeah, that's kind of a little like in detail of like what my mouth or what the inside of my mouth had to go through. So yeah, that's orthodontics. Okay, so my next topic or subtopic is plastic surgery and reconstructive surgery, and also a little bit of speech therapy because it kind of goes in together. I've had surgery on my nose. They did like reconstructive surgery on my nose before. It was kind of like flatter before and then like elongated. Also, like it was uneven. Like it's still a little uneven now. I mean, they can't really I can't be like fixed to perfection. But it was like really uneven where like one nostril was like bigger than the other and then like it was kind of like slanted. So that was on my nose. What they had done, or what I had asked for before, was kind of more of a tip on my nose because it was so like flat and elongated before. So they did create like that tip, and then they just recently in my last surgery they did my nose again. So I've had my nose like done twice. Because after jaw surgery there was unevenness again, so they had to fix it. What they did in my most recent surgery was that they had taken out some like fat tissue on the tip of my nose and fixed one of the nostrils again because it became uneven, like I said before. So I don't know if you can see my side profile. This is kind of like what my side profile looks like. I can't. Okay. And on this side. So that's my nose. On my mouth, they haven't really done much with my lips. What they did do though, they fixed the scars. They kind of redid the scars a little, so it's still like a little red now. They also kind of evened out, because before with the scars, it was like there was like a triangle here but they kind of evened it out where now it's kind of split in the middle. So yeah, it was better this way. I've had bone grafts for my palate, and this is where the speech therapy comes in, because if you haven't had a bone graft done before, which is what they do with the bone graft is they take kind of like bone tissue either from your hip or your rib, and they put it onto your palate. So if you have the cleft palate, which is like the gaps in your palate, they kind of put the bone there in your palate so it grows kind of into your palate. So it closes up the space. Before I had that done, speech therapy had helped a lot, because when you have holes in your mouth, air is traveling differently as you speak. So speech therapy, there was like a lot of sounds that were very difficult for me. I had trouble like saying the S, like instead of S, it would be like shh. Like I can't really describe it now since I'm so used to talking like, I guess, pretty normal now. Also, with that, before I had jaw surgery, it was kind of different because when I had my jaw surgery, they had moved my upper jaw forward. So before, it was kind of like this. Or like this. I had a, like how people have an overbite, I had an underbite. So I was like this. That's how it was for me before. But since they moved my upper jaw forward, it's now like this. That's pretty much it. So what I've told you, I've had my nose done, scars, a bone graft, and jaw surgery. If you guys want me to go more in detail about something like jaw surgery, because I will tell you right now, they're going to tell you, like, if you're going to have jaw surgery done, for whatever reason, whether you have cleft lip palate or not, it is, in a sense, like the most painful procedure that you will probably go through. I say that only because it takes usually a very long time for recovery. For me, it actually didn't take as long as I thought. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. You couldn't open your mouth like very, wide at first. Because when I had my jaw surgery done, I have metal plates like here in my upper jaw. I could feel it, like over here I could feel it. So there's metal plates like screwed onto my bone, my jaw. So I was lucky because for some jaw surgery, you have to have like your mouth wired shut. So for your diet for like a good 2 to 3 weeks is like everything goes in a blender basically. But lucky for me, I didn't have to go through that. And after I was released from the intensive care unit and back into my regular hospital bedroom, I was able to eat on a soft diet like right away, because my surgeon was like, no, she has like metal plates on, it's like really strong, so go ahead and let her eat. So I was really lucky. For a very long time I was on, especially after I got home, I had a lot of milkshakes, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. So yeah, for more information about that, please let me know. Message me or comment. I can answer questions that you have under comments. I can go into more detail about jaw surgery, but I'll save you all the gruesome details for now, unless specified, unless you want to know more, so let me know. Okay, so that's about it for plastic and reconstructive / speech therapy. Okay, lastly, so we've got audiology, and psychology. Basically, for the audio, evaluation, they just put you kind of in one of those rooms, like recording rooms, where the walls are kind of like soundproof, and you get funky headphones, kind of like these, and someone stands behind a wall and like gives you a series of beeps, and each ear, like either one. She doesn't tell you like which ear, but like whatever you hear, and they're like in different frequencies, so like one could be really high or really low. And if you hear a beep, whether any kind of like sound, you have to raise your hand. For psychology, I saw someone on in the psychology department, and of course like they would give you the surveys where it asks you a bunch of questions, and then like you have to rate from like 1 to 5, like, oh, you know, yes, no, somewhat kind of thing. I've taken it several times. Like every time I go there for an evaluation, they give you one of these surveys, and it's kind of like oh, are you a happy child? Are you a sad child? I got older, I'm just kind of like, these questions are really interesting. Like when I was saying earlier, like, oh, you can always lie on these, which is true. There are very definite questions where it's like, oh, this one's definitely for depression. Like, I don't want to seem depressed, so I'm gonna check this. You shouldn't check something deliberately to like make people think that you're depressed. But I'm just saying that like this kind of survey, you could easily like how should I put, cheat the system. It's not really so much that you're trying to, because like, you know, you want to be as honest as possible. So like, yeah, I'm just kind of like, yeah, nope, yes. Sometimes they like grab one of your parents, if your parents are with you, and then like they put you in a room and she asks you these questions like, oh, do you guys do like activities like this, like after they read your survey, like because I remember one time I think I said I put something like, I have trouble sleeping at night, but that's because like I'm a young adult, like everyone stays up in the middle of the night, and sometimes I do have trouble sleeping. They actually give you like really good advice, like, oh, well, there are methods to you know, take care of this. You can keep a journal where it's kind of like whatever's on your mind, just write it down no matter what it is, and then like at least you would have had all your feelings like vented out in the journal, and then like if you can probably sleep more peacefully. So that was like one of the things, and like I tried it, and it worked for a good while. Like when I get really stressed out for whatever reason, sometimes I still use this method. Like there are those methods like where you're like mad, write a letter about everything you're mad about, so you don't actually have to lash out at that person personally. And it's like, write a letter but don't mail it. So yeah, that's a little bit of that, and that's it for my video. Okay, bye guys.